Next case today. Okay, so before discussing this case, let me give you an assignment that you need to do based on the previous lecture. Okay, so I'm going to give you the assignment first, then I will discuss the next case. So this is the problem that you have to solve. This is your assignment. Maximize z equals to minus x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 subjected to 3x1 plus x2 minus x3 less than equals to 10 minus x1 plus 4x2 plus x3 greater than equals to 6 and x2 plus x3 less than equals to 4, where x1 comma x2 comma x3 are positive greater than equals to 0. So what you need to do is that part A, discuss the change in the right hand side of first constraint from 10 to 5. Second, similarly, find the optimal solution if the right hand side of the third constraint changes from 4 to 9. So this is the problem that you need to solve in your assignment. This is simply the case where the right hand side of the constraint changes. Okay, so after this I am just going to discuss the next case today. So today in this lecture I am just going to discuss about the change in the cost or profit coefficient Cj. So we are having the objective function. Every problem is having an objective function. So what we need to do is that here we have to do the sensitivity analysis by changing the coefficient of the objective function, means the value of Cj need to be changes. Okay, and this can be cost or this can be profit. Okay, so again what we are going to do is that we will check the whether the solution remains feasible. If it is feasible, then this is okay, feasible and optimal. And if this is not if let us suppose it is optimal but infeasible, then we have to use dual simplex. But there may be case that the solution become non-optimal, then again we have to find the optimal solution. So in this manner we are going to see how to tackle this situation where the coefficient of objective function changes. So I am just taking one example, and with the help of this example I will be dealing with the question. So a company wants to produce 3 products A, B and C. Okay, so a company is producing 3 products A, B and C. The unit profit of these products are rupees 4, 6 and 2 respectively. So this is important because we are going to cover only this problem. 4, 6 and 2 are going to change. So this is the unit profit. Okay, these products require 2 types of resources. Okay, there are 2 constraints. manpower and material. We are given two constraints, one is on manpower and another one is on material. Okay, the following LPPV is formulated for determining the optimal product mix. Okay, they have already formulated the problem. This is our objective function and these are two constraints. Okay, and x1, x2 and x3 are the number of product of A, B and C produced. So this is our problem. Find the optimal product mix and the corresponding profit of the company. Okay, we have to solve this problem using simplex method because three variables. Now again, find the range on the value of non-basic variable coefficient C3 such that the current optimal product mix remains optimal. We don't know which is non-basic variable, so first of all we have to solve this problem, then we will see other parts. Okay, and this is the third part. What happen if C3 increase to 12 and what is the new optimal product mix in this case? Find the range on the basic variable Cj such that the current optimal products remains optimal. Find the effect of when C1 equals to 8 on the optimal product mix. Find the effect of change of the objective function on the current optimal product mix. Okay, these cases we will be discussing later on. First we need to find the optimal solution of the original problem. Okay, so here the problem is given. Just convert it into the standard form. We have already converted 4x1 plus 6x2 plus 0x4. So x4 and x5 are the slack variable here. So find the optimal solution. We have got optimal solution here. x1, x2, x3 put equals to 0. We are getting x4 equals to 3 and x5 equals to 9. Okay, as the initial basic feasible solution, which can be expressed in the form of a simplex matrix or table as shown in the below. Performing iteration, we get the remaining table. This is our table. We have listed x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, right? And this is b value 1 1 1 1 0, right? So let me check. This is a maximization type of problem. Here Cj is 4 6, all are positive, so this is not the optimal solution. Select incoming and outgoing variable. Okay, and solve this. In the next station you can see we x2 has enter in place of x5. Again the values is positive here 5/2, right? So again x1 is going to enter and x4 is going to leave. So here we have got the optimal solution, which is x1 equals to 1. Here you can see all value are either 0 or negative, so we have achieved the optimal feasible solution. Okay, we have achieved the optimal feasible solution. Here x1 and x2 are basic variable and x3 is non-basic variable because it is not appearing in the final optimal solution, right? So here we have got x1 equals to 1, x2 equals to 2 and z is 16. So this was the original problem. Now we have to apply the various cases. Let me go to the previous one. Find the range on the listen carefully. Find the range on the value of non-basic variable coefficient C3 such that the current optimal product mix remain optimal. So what is C3 2? So they want like what can be the value of C3 so that the product remains the product mix remains optimal. Okay, so how to do it? So the effect, the coefficient C3 corresponds to the non-variable x3 for product C in the optimum product mix, right? product C is not produced because of the low associated profit. We know only x1 x2 are produced. Clearly C3 further decrease, it will have no effect on the current optimal solution. However, C3 is increased beyond a certain, it may become profitable to produce the product C. As a rule of sensitivity of the current optimal solution is determined by studying how the current optimal solution changes as a result of change in the input data. So how to do it? Let me check. So in the final optimal solution, the value of the C3 bar should not be negative. Which value? This value. If this value become positive, the solution become optimal. So what we need to do is that, suppose this value is changes to C3, we have removed. So we have to see like how much changes we can do. So here you can see it is how we are getting 6, 2 minus 8, 8 will be fixed, right? So it can be maximum how much? 8, because when 8 minus 8 will be 0, this will be optimal. Suppose it become 9, so 9 minus 8 1, this become non-optimal, right? So what will be the maximum value of C3? It can be C3 can be less than equals to 8. So when C3 is less than equal to 8, the solution is optimal, otherwise the solution is not optimal. So this is how they have do it. So C3 bar should be less than equals to 0. So C3 minus what they have done is that this is 4 6. How to get the value of this? 4 6 minus 1 2. So C3 minus 4 6 1 2 should be less than equals to 0. So C3 minus this C3 should be less than equals to, this means that as long as the unit profit of product C is less than equals to 8, it is not profitable to produce it. The current optimal solution remains optimal. Okay, so this was the first part. Let me move to the second part. What happen if C3 increased to 12? What is the new optimal product mix in this case? Now what they have done is that they have increased C3 by 12. We know that this cannot be increased beyond 8. So what need to do? When C3 is 12, the value become 4, means the solution become non-optimal. So let us take C3 as 12. We have taken, find the solution again. 0 0 4, this become non-optimal again. So this is x3 is entering variable and x2 is outgoing variable. Again find the solution, and after doing this we have got the optimal solution. What is the optimal solution? Is when x1 equals to 2 and x3 equals to 1, when means it has become profitable to produce product C, because the profit has increased. So this is how we can change the value of the non-basic variable, coefficient of non-basic variable. So this is very careful consideration that here we were discussing only the non-basic variable, not the basic variable. So we have seen how we can achieve this sensitivity analysis. Okay, so let me take the another case. What happen if C3, we have discussed, find the range on the basic variable C1 such that the current optimal product mix remain optimal. Now they have come to the C1, means basic variable. So effect of change of the objective function of basic variable. Clearly when C1 is decreased below a certain level, it may not longer be remain profitable to produce product. On the other hand, if C1 is increased beyond a certain value, it may becomes profitable, that is the most paying to produce only product A. In other cases, the optimal product mix will change and hence there is a lower as well as upper limit on C, within which the optimal product mix will not be affected. So here now what we have to do, we have to calculate C3 bar, C4 bar, C5 bar, okay, and these values should be less than equals to 0 to become optimal, because C1 and C2, this is optimal solution, okay. So what we have done is that, go to the previous one, this is the case. So this is C3, C4, C5. We have to calculate this value after adjusting the value of C1. So they have calculated 2 minus C1 comma 6 minus 1 comma 2. So here C1 minus 10. Here this minus 4 by 3 C1 plus 2. Here it is minus 1 by 3 C1 minus 2. So from this we can get the value of C1 is less than equals to 10. For C4 we get C1 greater than equals to 3 by 2 and C1 less than equals to 6. Means we have achieved the range of the C3. The range of C3 is 3 by 2. So the optimal product means remain optimal when C1 is lie between 3 by 2 to 6. Okay. Is it okay? Let me check to the next. Let me move to the next part. Find the effect when C1 equals to 8 in the product mix. We can do it, not a problem. Find the change of the objective function. So they have changed it. So you can do it by your own. Okay. So this was the second case which I have discussed today. Now I just want to give you one assignment based on this. Okay. You need to solve that assignment at your home. So this is the second assignment. Maximize 5x1 plus 3x2 plus 7x3 subjected to 3x1 plus 5x2 plus x3 less than equals to 12, 5x1 plus x3 less than equals to 14, 2x1 plus x3 less than equals to 12, where x1 comma x2 comma x3 are greater than equals to 0. Okay, this is the case. So first is find the optimal solution. Second, change in the value of non-basic variable so that the solution remains optimal. So this is the first case. Okay. Second part, the effect of change in the value of C1 to 5. Third, the limit of C2 so that the solution remain optimal. Okay, so this is your assignment that you need to solve at your home. Okay, there were some other cases like addition of new variable. So you can find the original solution, add the new addition of new variable, add the new variable and check whether the solution remain optimal or not optimal. If the solution remain optimal, then okay. If not optimal, then find the solution using the iteration, and if it become infeasible, then use dual simplex. Change in the coefficient of you can do it. Addition of new constraint, no problem. Just add the new constraint and find the solution. The solution is optimal, okay. Non-optimal, find the optimal solution by proceeding next. If it become infeasible, use dual simplex. Deletion of constraint, it will not affect the solution. Deletion of variables, right? So this is what's today. I have finished the sensitivity analysis. Thank you so much.